Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your Lavish Exotics, and this is part 2 of pairing up my ball pythons. So, just going to give y'all a close look on what it's like when ball pythons are actually paired up together. I have Nyoka and I have Klay Thompson. I'll be showing you guys those two. I have Duchess and I have Chris Brown, and then I have Ayesha Curry and Steph Curry. So I'll be giving you guys a close-up look at what these guys look like when you pair them up and they're breeding together, and the behaviors, and maybe they'll be laying on top of each other or have their tails locked in. That's how you know that they're breeding. Basically, the males have hemi penises, and basically they insert that into the female. This season, I've paired up two of my ball pythons, Nyoka and Klay Thompson. But let me tell you about Nyoka. She's a stunning purple passion female. That means she carries the Phantom and Mojave genes, a powerful combo in the morph world. This result is a beautiful, almost lavender snake with a smooth, ghostly pattern. Nyoka's genetics opens up some amazing possibilities when paired, and I'm really excited to see what this pairing produces. Stay tuned, this could be something very special. Now let's talk about Klay Thompson, my male ball python who's paired with Nyoka. Klay is a real genetic powerhouse. He's a pewter lesser calico, which means he carries pastel, cinnamon, lesser, and calico genes. That combo gives him this wild, high contrast look with the creamy tones, blushing along the sides, and that signature calico speckling. When you stack all those genes, you get tons of variations and potential in the offspring. Pairing him with Nyoka, who's a purple passion, brings some serious excitement. I'm hoping for a clutch full of color, contrast, and maybe even a few visual surprises. So Klay Thompson and Nyoka have been paired up for about 3 days, and I've been keeping a close eye on their behavior. One thing that stood out for both of them was when they started spotting around the tub. It's pretty common during breeding for ball pythons to leave feces or scent marks as a way of establishing territory or communicating readiness. It's messy, but honestly, it's a good sign that they were interacting and recognize each other's presence. Now that I'm separating them, I'm doing a deep clean, swapping out substrate, disinfecting the tub, and making sure everything is fresh for both snakes. Clean tubs help reset their senses and prevent any stress or lingering scents that can confuse them later. It's a part of the process, and yeah, it's work. But it's worth it if you're looking forward to having a successful clutch. So I just separated Duchess and Chris Brown, two of my ball pythons that I've paired up for the past 3 days. These two actually locked up successfully, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Unlike some of my other pairs, there wasn't a lot of spotting or territorial markings in their tub. It stayed relatively clean, which can sometimes happen when the pairing goes smoothly without too much competition or dominance behavior. What I did notice though is that even after the lock, they continued to hang out closer to each other, coiled up near one another, a kind of a sign of comfort or continued interest. But since they've had enough time together and locked successfully, I decided to step in and separate them. Now I give them both a break, offer food if they're willing, and keep an eye on Duchess for any signs of building. This pairing went very well, and fingers crossed for some healthy clutches of eggs down the line. After further review, I noticed something I initially missed. When I paired my two ball pythons, Duchess and Chris Brown, they actually did leave behind some feces in their enclosure. At first, I didn't catch it, maybe because I was more focused on their behavior, their interaction, and making sure that they weren't showing any signs of stress or aggression. But upon closer inspection, especially after I removed one of them, I realized there were definitely droppings left behind needed to be addressed. So right now, I'm going through the cleaning process, making sure everything is sanitized properly. I'm using a reptile-safe cleaner, removing the soil substrate, and checking all corners of the enclosure because, as anyone who keeps snakes knows, they can be surprisingly sneaky about where they do their business. It's just one of those little maintenance details that can get overlooked in the excitement of pairing or observing behavior. But it's super important for their health and hygiene. Alright, I'm starting this video by cleaning up after recently pairing between my two ball pythons, Steph Curry and Ayesha Curry. As you can see, they left a little mess behind, which is pretty common after pairing. So I'm just spot cleaning, changing out the substrate, and wiping things down to make sure the enclosure stays fresh. While I do that, let's talk genetics. Ayesha Curry is an Inchy cream, and she's also het for Citrus Ghost. The Inchy gene enhances color and pattern, while the cream, part of the fire complex, adds brightness and smooths everything out. That Citrus Ghost gene, if it proves out, we could see some hypo-looking babies with really unique coloration. Steph Curry is a banana, one of the most popular morphs out there, known for its bold yellow and lavender tones. So pairing him with Ayesha brings a lot of potential for colorful, high-contrast offspring with some crazy combination if everything hits. Let's take a moment to appreciate Steph Curry here. He's a stunning banana ball python. Just to look at that vibrant yellow mix with those soft lavender tones. The banana morph is known for its bold, high contrast colors that actually get more speckled with age, which adds even more character. What I love about him is how clean and consistent his pattern is. He's got that classic banana look that really pops up under good lighting. Depending on what he's paired with, he can pass on the color intensity and even influence pattern in some interesting ways. Definitely a standout in the collection. Now let's take a second to admire Ayesha Curry. She's an Inchy cream, het for Citrus Ghost, and she is gorgeous. The Inchy gene really cleans up her pattern and brings out that deep contrast, while the cream, part of the fire complex, adds this soft, almost glowing brightness to her scales. Being het Citrus Ghost means she carries a hidden gene that can produce hypo-looking babies if paired right. She's not just pretty, she's genetically powerful. Definitely one of the most exciting females in the collection. Now here's Serena Williams, one of my future breeders. She's a Candino morph with those striking red eyes. Candinos are a combo of albino and candy, giving them that soft lavender and gold coloration. This right here is Duchess, my big mama of the collection. She is a beautiful pastel ball python and a proven breeder, so she's definitely earned her title. Pastel brings out those brighter yellows and cleans up the pattern, and even as a mature girl, her colors are still holding strong. She's calm, reliable, and always locks up when paired. Just an all-around solid female. Duchess has already given me some amazing clutches that did not survive, and she's a huge part of the foundation of my breeding projects. Can't help but respect her every time I see her. Let's talk about Chris Brown, my proven breeder male, an absolute genetic powerhouse. He's a bamboo bumblebee, which means he carries the bamboo, spider, and pastel genes all in one snake. The bamboo gives him that smooth, silvery pattern with high contrast, while the bumblebee combo, pastel and spider, adds brightness in those wild web patterns that really make him stand out. This guy has already proven himself in pairings and never disappoints. His offspring come out with an amazing variation, clean lines, vibrant color, and strong visual presence. Chris Brown is one of those males you keep in rotation because he consistently throws heat season after season, a real star in the collection. Here's Klay Thompson, my pewter lesser calico male and a proven breeder. This guy is a genetic triple threat. Pewter brings that classic combo of cinnamon and pastel, giving him those smoky tones and blushed out patterns. Add lesser for that buttery brightness and calico for the high white sides and unpredictable pattern pops. It's just a stunning mix. He's already proven himself in terms of pairing and throws some incredible variation. Definitely one of the most visually unique males in my collection. This is Stitch. He carries the spider gene. And while I'm still unsure about breeding him due to the neurological issues often linked to the spider morph, there's no denying how beautiful. And over there from a distance, this is my stunning red tegu Nezuko. Alright, Now it's time to give all the ball pythons that were paired up today some fresh water and make sure they stay well hydrated. Hydration is super important, especially after pairing, since it can be a bit stressful for them. I'm starting by filling up their water bowls with clean, fresh water. I like to use filtered water to avoid any chemicals or impurities that might irritate them. Then I'll gently place the bowls back in their enclosures, making sure that they're secure and easy for the snakes to access. Sometimes, if I notice any signs of dehydration, like wrinkled skin or lethargy, I'll almost mist the enclosure lightly or offer a soak. But usually, fresh water bowls do the trick, keeping them hydrated. It helps with the shedding and overall health. So it's a simple but essential part of their care. Alright, all done here. Time for these beautiful snakes to relax and recover. Stunning purple passion female, calmly drinking water. It's always fascinating to watch snakes hydrate. It's a reminder that yes, they do drink water just like any other animal. Seeing her take in water like it's proof of why it's so important to keep them well hydrated, especially after breeding. Pairing can be a bit stressful on snakes, and staying hydrated helps them recover faster, supports healthy shedding, and keeps their systems functioning properly. Watching Nyoka here, you can see how natural it is for her to drink. Even though it's not something people always expect from a snake, it's a small moment, but it really highlights a key part of their care. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll be alerted whenever I post new videos. I really appreciate you guys' support.